My name is Sarah Godek, and I'm a research associate for the Stimson Center's East Asia program. I'm pleased to welcome you today to a webinar on the Arakan Army's advances in Western Myanmar and beyond, and the implications for Myanmar's ongoing civil war. We've seen the Arakan Army make massive advances in Rakhine State, but also deeper into the country, launching offensives in Magwe, Irrawaddy, and Bago. We've also seen the group coordinating with alliances in the region and establishing new footholds. So what does this mean for Myanmar's civil war? Joining me today to discuss the implications of the AA's advances are Steve Ross, a senior fellow at the Stimson Center, Suman Tham, an Asia-Pacific senior analyst at Armed Conflict Location and Event Data, or ACLED, and Drake Avila, an independent analyst working on Myanmar issues. So Steve, maybe you could start us off here. What's the current situation for the Arakan Army in Myanmar, and how did we get here? Can you please set the stage for us?
Thanks, Sarah, and thanks to everyone for joining the discussion. The AA's military rise has certainly seemed rapid. In the 4 months after the ceasefire between the AA and the military broke down in November 2023, the AA captured 9 townships, 8 in Rakhine State, as well as Palawa and Chin, capturing 6 more townships over the next 9 months. It now controls more territory and a larger population than any other armed group in Myanmar, even though it is among Myanmar's youngest ethnic armed groups. But I think it is important to provide just a bit more context as to what enabled the AA's rise, because it shapes their objectives, their alliance building strategy, and the current conflict dynamics in Rakhine, as well as in neighboring states and regions, issues that we'll cover over the course of the discussion today. To complement its young and charismatic leadership, the AA's rise was fueled in no small part by Rakhine disillusionment with electoral politics as a means of addressing historical grievances with Myanmar Center and the Burmese in particular. The results of the 2015 elections, celebrated at the time by many in and outside of Myanmar as a step towards democracy, were not viewed in this way in Rakhine. Though Rakhine political parties won 2/3 of the elected seats from Rakhine, they were denied a role in shaping the Rakhine state government by Aung San Suu Kyi and the NLD, who under the 2008 constitution had the authority to appoint the Rakhine chief minister. In northern Rakhine, conflict between the AA and the military escalated from late 2018 through 2020, with many of the dynamics then, military-imposed humanitarian blockade, communication restrictions, airstrikes, the designation of the AA as a terrorist group, replicated today. An informal ceasefire in late 2020 allowed the AA to expand its governing structures, and though Rakhine remained relatively quiet in the immediate aftermath of the coup, tension built towards the partial collapse of the ceasefire in 2022, and then to its ultimate collapse in late 2023. Before turning it back to Sarah, I'll just conclude by noting that the AA's military victories to date have been unprecedented, but the challenges it faces in securing a viable proto-state, whether they be sectarian, humanitarian, governance, economic, geostrategic, are tremendous. Thanks, and look forward to the rest of the discussion.
Great, thank you, Steve. I think that set a really nice broad picture of how we got here.